You are listening to the Old School Movement podcast with Daz, Chris and Steve. You understand?
Yes, we're here for another episode of Old School Movements podcast. My name is Mr. Lucas.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Stats.
And for you lovely people, again on another show we have in our 80s ride back. We're gonna check out the cartoons we used to check out back in the day as children. You guys know we love our cartoons.
We do a few cartoon shows.
Yeah, we do just a few. But
This one's with a twist.
This one's with a twist because we used to love, the action cartoons. Your Transformers, your Thundercats, and so on and so forth. But before that, and in between that, and still now, we still have a bit of slapstick.
Yeah, I love a bit of slapstick.
As a kid, you just laughed and thought that was amusing. You thought that's your comedy. The parents like Mind Your Language and Monty Python, and we like all the cartoons that are around at the time. Animals fighting each other, but were they really fighting? What were they fighting for? Were they fighting for survival? Were they fighting for fun? Were they predators? Was some evil? That's what we're going to find out on this podcast. But it's the Gruesome Twosomes. Call them what you want. Cartoon predators. Call them what you want. We're going to go down like about 5 of them today, and just go through them. It's a bit twisted. And what I love about Itchy and Scratchy is that they really took the P out of that whole thing. They go over the top to what the characters we're going to talk about now. So we're going to just run from 5 to 1 of our Gruesome Twosomes. So who we got at number 5, man?
I'm going to start number 5 with Aardvark and the Ant.
Aardvark.
I used to think he was an anteater. Anteater and Aardvarks are 2 different things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are, innit? That's what I used to think it was the anteater, but he's the Aardvark, wasn't he? The blue Aardvark.
The blue Aardvark.
Yeah, but no, wasn't the Aardvark an anteater?
He ate ants, but they're 2 different animals.
They're 2 different animals, yeah. They both eat ants, though.
Are Aardvarks blue then? Are they actually blue?
No, I don't think. From what I think, I think browny, grey, browny colours, but they coloured him. He was totally blue with a blue t-shirt and blue shorts, wasn't he? If you remember.
Yeah.
And the ant was just naked red ant.
Yeah.
But they done it so they wouldn't clash.
Naked,
a naked red ant. The Aardvark was wearing garms. He had a t-shirt. He had a t-shirt and some Bermuda shorts on, like.
No, he just had a t-shirt. It's like
he had shorts.
Style.
He had shorts.
Did he have shorts on? I thought
yeah,
he was a poo style.
If you check his little legs, he's got like hems. You can see the end of the trousers around his legs. But it's all blue. It all blends in. That's why you don't realise. But it's to do with the backgrounds. They wanted to do sort of, I think, more realistic backgrounds, because them days the backgrounds were just colours or random stuff. So because they were putting more colour, like real colours and stuff in the background, they wanted something that the characters to stand out. So they just kept some of these basic colours, man, which it worked, though. Yeah. Never seen a blue Aardvark, but it worked.
Like you said, in t-shirt and shorts.
But that's the thing, you've never seen a blue Aardvark, but I've never seen an Aardvark. Still to this day, have you guys seen an Aardvark? I don't even think I've
seen one in a zoo. Aardvarks. You hear about the Aardvarks? Where's the weak one? Do you remember like the voice? I used to like the voices that they were voiced by the same guy, a guy called John Byner. And he tried to imitate the famous Jackie Mason for the voice of the Aardvark. But what I liked, he was trying to impersonate Dean Martin as the ant.
That's the
ant.
The
way the ant spoke was wicked. I used to love the ant.
The Aardvark was like, "Hey ant, come here, I'm hungry," and the ant was like, "Yeah, man, just chill out," kind of like character. The ant was so chilled. I just remember seeing him laying back on deck chairs and sipping cocktails after the time.
What I remember as well, he had like really shut eyes, as if he's properly stoned.
Yeah,
high, man.
That's
I think they were trying to get that sort of like, he is that laid back.
Yeah,
he's chilled, man. He's high.
Do you know what? I think the Aardvark was high as well. I think they smoked together, and he got so high he forgot it was his mate, and he wanted to eat him because why is he blue? If they're naturally browny colour, you said, all of a sudden now he's blue. All his arms are blue. And he sees his mate. He wants to eat. Hey, Ann, come here. I'm hungry. Like
sniff him up like a Hoover, like a dog.
Yeah, but it's the same ant.
It's
Like
the same man, yeah.
How many ants have you seen in your entire life? Like, let alone
Millions.
in one summer. Exactly. But he wants that one ant, that same height. I swear, it's
And
the
only
same
the one,
episode.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Not
I
even
swear
like
it's the
a
same
bunch.
episode over and over again, and they just get high together every day, and then he just realizes he wants to eat him. I think we've cracked that situation. Like, what's this all about? But now we found out they smoke weed too.
They were high. They only made 17 episodes. It started in 69 and ran to 71. But in 71, they realised if we dropped it in with another cartoon and hang it out a bit, so they dropped pieces in amongst how we know it, the Pink Panther show.
Yeah.
So
that's when we first saw them. But
it did run before
me,
that as 17 standalone episodes.
I wouldn't have known that.
No, we saw it straight away, and it worked. It worked good in the Pink Panther show. Man. It was a good little break of the anti run. It was wicked.
It broke it down because that's crazy. You saying it was only like 17 episodes because for me that ran through my whole childhood. Every 6 weeks holidays.
Yeah, exactly.
Every 6 weeks holidays, I'm saying, "Hey, Ann, come here. I'm hungry," and I keep using that impression. That's the only thing I remember him saying.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh no, it's just come to me. I gotta get this hand. Maybe that.
It's like when you think of Foggle Leghorn, isn't it? It's like,
Well, I say, boy. Like, where else are you going with the impression? Like, it's crazy. All he said is, I know, in every sentence was ant.
Yeah, they mentioned ant a lot.
Like, just high.
Was it a whole show when it split when it was in Pink Panther?
It felt like it was a whole episode.
I'm not sure if they split it up like they did with Centurions and that, like during.
Nah, it was a whole.
They showed the whole, and then they went back to like.
What was that? What was the outcome though? What happened? Did he catch him?
I've never seen him catch him.
Never.
I don't think there's any stories of him catching. They were both
Just gave up. He waved the white flag, didn't he?
Yeah. Hey, Ann, I'm tired. I gotta sleep.
Give up.
Yeah. He just went to sleep. He just went to sleep. Like so Aardvark. Did he have a name? He's an Aardvark. What's his name?
I think he, as far as I know, he's always been just the blue Aardvark. It's been a little combination of Aardvark, the blue Aardvark, and blue Aardvark. Whereas the ant's Charlie.
Yeah, the ant's Charlie. Charlie the ant and the Aardvark. So that blatant stoners, isn't it? They don't even know each other.
Imagine it all, man.
I mean, it's a 60s cartoon, isn't it?
Yeah,
late 60s.
Yeah,
69 to 71. So yeah, late back end of the what would you call it? The Summer of Love, maybe. You know that.
So definitely,
everyone's tripping and
high.
Hey, I'm tripping. I've had a hash cake. I smoke weed. I'm hungry. That's what it really said. But they cut all that bit out, and we only got "Hey, Out, I'm hungry." They edited all that.
There's like a Cheech and Chong version out there somewhere, isn't there?
Yeah,
it's got to be.
It got edited.
Got to be. But he wanted to eat him. Damn. That was Aardvark and the ant. Now on to number 4, man. Now number 4 is, we said Gruesome Twosomes, but this is one man and his companion after a load of them, and he wants to extract stuff out of them, and it could possibly kill him, but he don't care, but it gives him the power, and that's Gargamel and Osriel.
Gargamel.
He wanted the Smurfs. He wanted the Smurfs, mate.
Probably the best names in in cartoon. Gargamel and Azriel.
Gargamel and Azriel.
You like those names, do you?
Everything, the voice, the way it was drawn, they were wicked, weren't they?
They were so similar to Dick Dastardly and Muttley.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I swear that was his brother, and he said, "Well, you got a pet, I'll get a pet," and just went on his way.
Muttley and Azriel.
Yeah, they were so similar. Crook nose, bald heads.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Wicked evil people.
Wicked people. And that's all they're on. He got up in the morning, the Smurfs! Like, he's just on it from day to night. Extract the blue stuff, hunt them down.
Search for their
he had one of them like butterfly nets, didn't he?
Butterfly nets, yeah.
He would walk around with a butterfly in his black dress, a polo neck black dress.
Yeah, innit?
Then winter woman dresses, man. He had his winter woman dress and his red boots.
Gargamel. Get those nerves.
And his cat.
I did always wonder, what did he want to do to him though? Did he want to? I know he didn't want to eat him. The cat wanted to eat him. Asriel would have munched
The
him.
cat wanted to eat them. Yeah,
If she gets him, she's gonna munch him like a hamster. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what he wanted to do, but I think it was like you said. He wanted to extract essence, Smurf essence.
He wanted Smurf essence because he created
like an orange?
Smurf. Yeah, he created Smurfette to get them. He made a
right,
female
actually.
to
Yeah.
get them.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that always puzzled me. The only female in the village, like she must get rinsed out, man.
But no, that's Smurfs, man. Don't say that, man.
How do they populate? How do they populate, man?
No, they're already there. They don't populate.
They just grow. They just grow out of
They're
mushrooms.
just there. Don't tarnish my youthfulness in the Smurfs, mate. Like Gargamel made her so they got hype and she could lure them back to him. Yeah, that was the plan, isn't it?
Yeah, that was the plan. That was the plan.
But Papa Smurf, he knew what was going down, man.
I forgot there was.
Because he wears red boots too. So he knew what was
they're
going
red
down.
out.
Yeah, it's true. He knows more than he lets on.
He knows more than he lets on. It's the red boots crew.
I think later in the films they tried to change it so he was wanting to eat them, which that weren't right, man. It was the cartoons were the way it was. It was extract the essence.
The films,
the films
the same.
Were they the same?
The film was the essence.
Yeah, so he can get magical powers and stuff.
Yeah, to boost his powers, wasn't it?
To boost his.
Ah,
Yeah, exactly.
I thought
The
they might
man
change
already
the
had powers. The man talks to a cat, has conversation. That's powers enough.
He used to make some potions and shit, didn't he, as well?
Who do you know can have conversations with cat? Man's magical from the start. So like,
He eats mushrooms, man. That's the mushrooms that he collects.
yeah. I think all these characters
There's a
are high.
connection. There's a connection.
Definitely.
Hey, I want to be that guy who eats mushrooms. He's got a cat. He talks to him. He knows blue people too. He might chase me.
He's gonna want my essence.
But the thing is, these guys, the Gargamel. Wait, it's all coming to me now. Gargamel created, what's her name?
Smurfette.
Smurfette, right? So why don't he just make more of them? What's he chasing all them lot for?
That's true.
You can make an army and extract
Yeah.
those
True.
juices.
If he managed to make a female, like he's gone, they can't even make females. The
They
Spurs can't even make females. And he made a female, blonde hair, high heels, everything. And some Pamela Anderson Smurf.
His dream Smurf.
Yeah. Dream Smurf. Some Samantha Fox Smurf. And he can't even. And the Smurfs just keep on bringing out different guys: brainy, strong, poet.
Poet.
Grumpy. Every type of man.
Strong
But they
one.
make a woman. At least the Mr. Men done a thing. The Mr. Men said, "Hold on, we need some women here. It's too many men. We need to get little misses in this game. They need some.
Trillalord.
We need a trailer again. Exactly. They needed a trailer again. And they brought the little misses. They represented for equality. And Papa Smurf, how many years has he been sitting with his red boots, not trying to create a female? Come on, Papa. I think Gargamel is the real good guy. he tried to bring in the females, man.
Papa Smurf's the bad guy, isn't it? He's holding them back. He's holding them back. Man.
He's holding them back. It's how he ain't telling them. Keeping him high on the mushrooms.
Yeah, it's something he ain't telling him. Keeping him high on the Smurf juice.
You know what I mean? You gotta watch out for him, man. You gotta watch out for Papa Smurf. There might be charges up against him soon, you know.
Operation Smurf Tree. Oh shit, we're assuming the paper. Like the BBC circling Smurfland in their chopper. Shit, man.
Oh damn, Papa Smurf's in trouble, man. Papa Smurf's in trouble. What's the world coming to, man? Let's move on.
Oh man.
Who we got at number 3?
So at number 3, this guy had options.
This guy had options.
He had options, yeah. When he couldn't have the yellow bird, he went Mexico and looked for mice.
He's looking for tacos.
All of a sudden, he's in Mexico.
Yeah,
like, fuck that shit. I'm going to Mexico. and that's Sylvester James Pussycat Senior.
Yeah.
Other known as Sylvester. Sylvester, the black and white cat with the big red nose. He was always after Tweety, and he was owned by some old like granny, wasn't he? Some old lady owned Tweety and owned Sylvester. They were together, weren't they?
Yeah.
He wasn't a new member. Like they were brought into the house. Am I wrong? Tell me.
They were both her pets, isn't it, man? They were both her pets.
They were both her pets. And he just
wanted to eat him. Yeah,
any cost. Like you live in a big house. I think that old granny, she's got money. Like she's giving you whiskers, go-cat, all your stuff. You know what I mean? And you still want that yellow bird. The bird just wants to talk to you, and all you want to do.
You're getting money from somewhere to go Mexico as well. So
how you getting to Mexico? You're not even with the old woman when I see you when you're trying to trace Speedy Gonzales. So what are you doing with your mate? Is he on crack? Is this the crack cartoon character now? We've had weed, mushrooms. Is this one on crack?
This you know what? He's shoveling cocaine, isn't it?
He's
transporting.
He's
running.
He's
running from Mexico to US.
He's bringing it into Merry Melodies or whoever.
Yeah.
The Looney Tunes, whoever he brings it into. And the rest of the crew and the old lady.
It is. That's what he's on. Isn't it? That's what Sylvester's really on. Because why is he like just after that same yellow bird, and he's got a big house. You remember what a house looked like? It was a big, nice house,
big
like a
house.
mansion-looking house.
Yeah.
And don't tell me she ain't feeding him, man.
He'd be chasing around all over the shop.
Yeah, he's high.
You know
Yeah.
Nah, sometimes he was an alley cat. Sometimes he was an alley cat.
Yeah, you're right.
And he'd see the cage in the window, and he'd try and climb up the drain pipe to get to him.
Maybe
sometimes he did.
Yes, but sometimes he was her pet.
Yeah. But you know what's funny?
He was jealous. He didn't want another pet.
He didn't want another pet in the house, innit?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to eat him and get rid of him.
That's true, you know. But you know what's funny about him? What I love about him is that. Did you guys realise how similar he sounds to Daffy Duck?
Yeah, I think they're the same. I always took it over the same voice.
Well, the same voice. Mel Blanc done all the voices.
I suppose actually he done them all, didn't it? Yeah.
But it's like Mel Blanc said, you know what? I'm not even changing anything. I'm just
he had the lisp. But that's
not
what
exactly
I read.
the same.
Not exactly the same, but it's that lispy spit talk.
Yeah. For Daffy Duck, I read once that was the closest to his own voice. He hardly changed his own voice at all to do Daffy Duck, apart from putting a lisp. And like you say, Sylvester was exactly the same. That spitty sort of lisp talk. And the suffering succotash was his...
Suffering succotash.
That was like his catchphrase, wasn't it?
What is that? What does that mean? Suffering succotash.
What is a succotash? Yeah.
What is a succotash? It's also like, you know, when you saw what's that little guy? Rootin' tootin', the little guy with the ginger, ZZ Top dude.
I was gonna say on my fud, but no.
Yosemite Sam.
Yosemite Sam.
Yeah.
Rootin' tootin', red belly. He was a proper redneck, you know.
He was a proper redneck. All right. If he would have carried on,
he was a cowboy.
He's
there, man.
Yeah. I was.
They had to blank it all out.
You had to edit that guy, but he would have said some racist stuff. You know,
He was coming.
It was coming. That train's never late. You know what I'm saying? Damn. But yeah, Sylvester. So he wanted to eat Tweety Pie, and Tweety Pie was cute, man. He thought a booty cat. He thought a booty cat. And he tried to escape, man. And you remember you see things like, you used to swallow him and you see a yellow feather.
Yeah, yes. Just floating. Just to give the evidence of
just to give the evidence, yeah. But and that's how devious Sylvester was. He didn't even munch him. He kept him in his mouth for later. Didn't even want to eat him then. He just wanted him captured.
Yeah, hold him like a hamster.
Hold him.
Him later.
And then munch him like, didn't even eat him there and then. He was there. Maybe he
could have got away with it.
Yeah, maybe he wanted to eat him on his way to Mexico on his drug run.
Yeah,
save him for that.
Where he goes to link Speedy.
Yeah, didn't get it. I went, fuck it, and then saw Speedy and tried to get Speedy. What I loved about Speedy Gonzales. Did you ever see the episode where Speedy Gonzales ran through him and out of his tail?
Yes.
He was the fastest mouse.
That kind of stuff was amazing. Andre, iba. love that.
Do you remember?
Speedy Gonzales.
I remember the one where Sylvester had a junior. There was Sylvester Junior,
Yes.
younger
Yes,
cat, and he used to teach him how to catch mice. And one of the mice was a giant kangaroo,
Yeah.
a big grey one, a big grey kangaroo.
Yes.
His name was Pt1. Was
That's
the
right.
Name, was the name of the
That's
kangaroo.
right.
That's
Big,
a classic one.
yeah, and he was on a ship, wasn't he? He was coming from a
Like
zoo or
in a
something,
box or something. from
and they were
Australia.
chasing Speedy Gonzales, and they bumped into that mouse, that kangaroo. Yeah,
That
that was,
kangaroo,
Yeah, and the
Look at
kangaroo
me,
bust him
Africa.
up.
Yeah,
yeah. You can't forget that episode.
he been
man.
beaten up by a big mouse.
Yeah, anybody growing up in the 80s cannot forget that episode.
That's
man.
a
That
big
was
episode.
like, when you
103.
think
It was
of
103 altogether. Back in them golden age of American cartoons, which are around the 40s.
103 episodes.
103 episodes. Yeah.
Come out
So
in like the 30s, isn't it? It started in the
Yeah, the 30s or 40s, and like he was the next after Bugs Bunny, Porky Pig, and Daffy Duck. Sylvester's the next big character out of them lot, and it's won 3 Academy Awards.
Who? What? His antics.
The cartoon.
What? So he won awards over Bugs Bunny. Like he's won more.
I think they all have, but there's been 3 just for the Sylvester
for him,
and Tweety.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
but I think they've all picked up awards over the years, especially dating back to early 1920s, 30s, 40s.
Yeah, man. The classic cartoons, but the violence levels are
Yeah.
amazing, and that's why we saved the most violence for our next 2. Now, at number 2, this dude now, he goes to the same store. If I went to the same store and nothing worked, I wouldn't go back.
Nah, innit?
If you're buying CAC products, you ain't gonna go back to the same store.
He's been going there for our whole childhood, and still no results. Acme, I want my receipt. I've got my receipt. I've got my 14-day return. I want my rocket back money, jetpack money back, or whatever he made. I want my magnet money back. I want my invisible hole
Innit?
money back.
Yeah, innit?
But it works for Roadrunner. He manages to get through, but when I run through it, I hit a brick wall.
Exactly.
And that's Wile E. Coyote.
They were like the Amazon in their days, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
He just orders stuff and it turns up.
Yeah. Acme was
Acme.
Amazon. He just turned up for him.
Yeah, but
And
in
that's
the
the
middle
thing.
of nowhere as well.
And
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, no one clocked onto it. We're watching this cartoon and not thinking, do you know what? That's a good idea.
Yeah.
But maybe the founder of Amazon
Bezos
is a big
clocked onto
fan.
it. Yeah.
Eh?
Bezos clocked onto it.
Is that his name, Bezos?
Yeah,
Is that it? I don't know his name, but
Yeah,
the Amazon dude is a very clever guy. But he watched a lot of Wile E. Coyote and thought, hold on, there's an
It just
idea.
appears. He orders it and it appears. I've got an idea. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Wile E. Coyote, ladies and gentlemen.
Wile E. Coyote and
The
Rob.
Coyote is after the same dude
60
since-
years. It's about 60
since
years he's been
1948.
chasing.
Since 1948, he's been after this same old
He
bird.
must be starving.
But remember he used to have salt and pepper, napkin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Knife and
plate,
fork, plate, everything.
He was ready. Tablecloth,
Yeah.
put on his rock.
You know, he
Yeah.
even had. There was an episode where, like, you went into his yard and he had like a cauldron and
He
a
probably,
wife
did.
and that.
He probably did. And did you ever hear him talk? He had a posh accent as well.
Yeah. He's proper posh.
He had an English,
proper
innit?
posh.
English
Proper-
accent,
yeah.
man. He's an
He
English
lives in
accent.
Arizona. He's like, oh yes, I want a roadrunner for dinner. Like,
Do you know what the E stands for?
No.
Evil.
Ethelbert.
What?
Why?
I thought he was on pills with his drug leg. What was his name? Ebert.
Ethelbert is the E. The E stands for Ethelbert, and yeah, he was based English accent like some posh English dude
In Arizona.
in Arizona, in the middle of the desert. Exactly, in the middle of
Desert.
Death Canyon or whatever it's called.
He must have a loyalty card with Acme because he
He just built up some points.
he swore by them, didn't he?
Yep.
He
Shit
swore
never
by them,
worked.
man.
Shit
And it
never
never
worked.
worked on a Roadrunner. But I used to love Roadrunner because all the cartoons we've mentioned, there's hardly any dialogue, hardly any speaking, hardly any sentences, just bits in and out.
Yeah, very little
But,
in that one.
Very
The
little.
comedy was
But
wicked.
this one was literally all he is meep meep,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
apart from meep meep or beep beep, whatever way you want to say it, it's those sounds or explosions,
Yeah.
and then once in a blue moon you hear the debonair Coyote he really is, and that
And
was it. That was it. Never chasing anybody else, but he was a bloodthirsty coyote. And coyotes actually do eat roadrunners.
Yeah,
That
they
is
do
their
eat
thing.
roadrunners. Yeah.
It's not correct though, because them little roadrunners, they fly, so not very often. But I used to think, why didn't he just fly away from the coyote? But apparently they don't fly that often. They would rather chase their prey, and they eat pretty much anything as well. Anything they can sort of get in their beaks. And they can run at about just under 30 mile an hour, about 25, 27 mile an hour, which is slower than what a coyote can run. So
Very
a coyote would
emu
catch
looking,
one
aren't
every time.
It
Yeah, they're like a
is.
small little emu-looking thing.
Yeah. You remember that noise you used to make when we used to eat? Dum, 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 dum.
Yeah.
And that plunge sound. You know that sound?
Oh, man, that one.
Roadrunner was big, but I'll say meek, whatever way you want to say it. This guy always got away. Always got away.
I must admit, though, I was always kind of rooting for the coyote. After all their misadventures and bad attempts, I always wanted him to catch him in the end.
He needs some food, man. He's so skinny. His belly was always rumbling. His belly would like, he'd be like, ah.
He had plenty of bird food, though. Why did you think that? He was just put bird food out, didn't he? He was just sprinkle a bit of bird food. Piles of the stuff.
He was starving. His eyes were yellow, man. He was starving. He's in the desert as well.
And he always pulled out, whenever there was a boulder about to fall from like 300 foot above him, he'd pull out the smallest umbrella to protect himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Little tiny umbrella.
You know why? But he was high on ease, man. He was fucking popping.
He was wild on ease.
Wild E. It's in the name. Do you understand the link, audience? Don't play this episode to the kids, though. Wild E coyote, man.
He was good.
Yeah. Beep, beep. So, now our last one of this episode. You know, we just did 2 Looney Tunes in a row there, but our last 2 is just they're the ones, man. They're the ones that you know they had good music. Of the
slapstick.
Yeah, they used to chop each other up. They slammed irons in each other's face, like iron. What you iron? Not I mean a piece. I mean an iron that you iron your garms with.
Yeah.
They were slapping each other's faces
Or
and
an
the
anvil.
ironing board.
Yeah.
Huh?
Or an anvil.
What's an anvil?
It's that
What you
big
beat like
metal-
horseshoes and
Yeah.
you beat make a sword on or whatever. That big
Damn, that
block.
sounds ancient, man. Anyway, yeah, anvil, whatever that is.
You don't watch Forging Fire.
I don't know what you're talking about. But,
What an anvil is, man. It's always in the cartoons, the big heavy iron block.
mate, you lost me, mate.
Hold on, I'm gonna show you a picture.
Oh, and it's got like a horn on the other side.
That's where you can bend the metal round it when you're hammering.
Right.
Blacksmith.
I never knew the name of that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Anvil. That's the thing.
Anvil. Hey, Anvil. I forgot. I can see you. An anvil. Okay, I've learned something today, guys. Thank you for that, guys. I've learned something today. So yeah, anvils. Anything heavy they can drop on each other. A bowling ball.
That was a classic.
They would find objects to use as violence, like like a knife or a gun was the last thing they would use. They want to torture each other. Torture. That's what they're all about. Torture.
But again, this character wanted to eat the other one, didn't he?
He wanted to eat him, wanted to kill him, torture him,
Put him in a sandwich.
he wanted to capture him, torture him, kill him, and then eat him. That was his method. And this is our favorite, and every kid's favorite child. They even made a movie about them this year.
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry.
Tom.
Going back to bang on 1940, Hanna-Barbera. Tom and Jerry.
But I don't think Tom always wanted to eat him. Sometimes he was just annoying. He just wanted to get.
You just ruined the whole podcast, there, Stack. The whole podcast is about. It's about. We're going on.
I thought there was endings of the cartoons where they sort of became a bit friendly, but then it'd go back to chasing each other again. Back to normal.
But you're right. There were times when he wanted to eat him, and there were times when he was just annoying because he would come and take his milk. Because don't forget, he lived in a nice house as well. Remember?
Yeah, he lived in a nice house.
They lived in a nice house.
Yeah.
And they end up getting a dog as well, didn't they? At one point.
Yeah. And
So the mouse
Spike,
could get the dog to help
it?
Spike. Yeah.
So
Or Butch.
Spike
Was it Butch or Spike? Spike.
Spike's the
Spike.
baby.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah.
Spike, yeah. So Butch was with Sylvester. There was a dog called Butch as well. I think that was the one that used to chase Sylvester about, maybe.
No, Butch was his name. Was they used to
Spike.
chase like Spike? No, Spike was that dog, and his son was called Tyke. But then they changed him through the years to
Tyke
Butch.
and Spike, yeah, the grey ones.
Yeah, they changed him through the years to Butch, and his son may have been called Spike. But yeah, that's my boy. He was like a dog fog on Leghorn.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like a dog fog on Leghorn, yeah.
But
he just went to sleep, man, but the Jerry would do something to him and they think it's the cat, and then they'd be on Tom's case.
Yeah, Tom and Jerry. But you know, the thing is, I don't know the deal here, you know, because, you know, they tried to ban it because of the racism, because of you know, the black lady and so on. But
it got heavily edited, didn't it?
Heavily edited. But was she the owner of Tom? Was it her house and she owned Tom?
I'm saying she's like the maid or something. That's the way it was portrayed, I think, which is why they got rid of it.
In my world, she owned that house.
Yeah, she didn't mind. She was the mother. She was the mother of the house.
Yeah, in that house. Thomas was her cat. Because remember, because she would always catch Thomas messing up. She'd think Thomas mashed up the table and she would beat him and he'd come out of the house. Do you know what I mean? I never saw I never saw her cleaning or nothing. She just come in when the mess was made. It wasn't it wasn't like she was cleaning and he disturbed the mess.
Yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean? So in my world, it was her house, and it's all good.
Exactly. That's the way I looked at it growing up. Exactly, didn't see it any different, man. Weren't until later on, and you hear the talk, and you think, "Hold on, that's not what it was like for me growing up." I didn't think that. But yeah, like you said, they edit her out for a small white lady, but they brought her back.
Yeah.
They brought it back in the, I think it might have been like late in the noughties or the 90s, and they, at the start of the DVD, when they re-released them all, they had a piece that was done by Whoopi Goldberg telling you how important it is to keep that in there. You know,
keep the woman in there.
Yeah, keep the woman in there.
Her name was Mammy Two Shoes.
Mammy Two Shoes. Yeah.
You got to get rid of that name. You got to get rid of that name.
Mammy Two Shoes.
Because
are you kidding me?
That was her name.
Voiced by Lillian Randolph, which she was a famous actress and voice actress back in the days.
If you want to know hidden racism, check Mammy Two Shoes. The most racist name in cartoons.
There was one episode where they showed her face, but I don't think I saw that episode.
I never saw her face.
It's called Saturday Evening Puss, if anyone wants to look it up.
Oh no. Saturday Evening Puss.
Saturday Evening Puss. That sounds a bit dodged, doesn't it? Sounds like you're going out for the night.
That sounds like my teenage years. And yours too, gentlemen.
Don't forget Sunday Evening Puss as well. And then Monday.
Monday morning. Bank holiday puss. Birthday puss. Christmas puss.
Oh shit.
My God.
Oh shit. But yeah.
In the first episode, do you realise that, or did you know, they were actually called Jasper and Jinx? Jasper was the cat.
Really?
And it's there. It's the first ever episode in 1940. It's about Jasper and Jinx. By episode 2, it's Tom and Jerry.
Wow, the names didn't work for the first
one episode. They didn't work.
But Mammy Two Shoes stayed
until it weren't politically correct, and then took it. That was the music. They had that sort of blues tunes as well.
Oh my God, racist beyond racist. But hey, they were there to torture each other, man. And I used to love it when Jerry he had a little grey mate sometimes. Grey mouse.
Yeah, he had his mate.
Used to run around with him.
Yeah. And, he wasn't as sharp as Jerry.
Wasn't as sharp as him. But remember there was a cute little duck as well.
Yes.
A little yellow duck.
Yes.
I used to love the way he talked.
Yeah. It was like a baby Donald Duck.
Yeah, he got lost, didn't it? He got lost.
Yeah.
Jerry was his mum.
Yeah, and Tom was like, I'm gonna eat duck and mouse tonight. Man. You know what I mean? But no, Tom and Jerry that was their plan to torture. But what I love about all of these cartoons, it really did teach me about how irritated mice are when you get older. But as a child, you don't know how irritated if you saw a mouse would be. But as adults and Stacks, you know the troubles we've been through with mice as adults running around the house is just stressful.
I know they're the tiniest of creatures, but you don't want one in your house.
Don't
really,
want
do you?
one.
It's not going to attack you. It's not going to jump on you.
It's not, but
It's
it's just
Nah,
it's just
you
that
don't want
it's
one
a
in your
house
house,
invasion. It's a house invasion,
Yeah.
and because you don't know where they've been before they came in, you don't even let
Yeah.
humans in. You don't know. It's like, let alone a mouse. If your mate, right, said, "Yeah, I just come from the forest," and he's dusty, you tell him, "Take off your boots, take off your coat before you step into my house." Why
Brush
you
yourself
let,
down.
yeah, why you let a naked mouse run into your house?
Isn't it?
Allow that, man. And it's like, like the whole thing, like Tom and Jerry. Remember that little arch that was Jerry's door?
The mouse holes.
That all exists in real life.
They do that, innit?
Yeah,
They create that little arch. They do
And
come and get
they-
food straight.
They
to
drag in a cotton reel and a box of matches, and
Yeah,
they've
they
got
do
all that
all
in
that.
there. They've
They
got all
do
that
all
in there,
that.
man. I've seen them in
like,
there.
When I used to see
Bit of
Tom,
bedding.
like when I used to see Jerry, run on the kitchen table and just take grapes, and they actually do that shit, man.
Do that.
And it's like, as a kid, I felt so sorry for Jerry because he was cute and brown.
Mm.
But when I see a mouse that are small and brown now,
I just want to kill it. You
I
want
just
to
wanna
kill
kill
it.
it.
Like, you want to kill it like with
And
an
you
iron,
guys-
a frying pan, whatever.
Yeah, just like Tom. And you guys know I've got a cat that looks like Tom. He's grey
Yeah,
and he's got
Tom.
bits of white, and he's on this. I've got that real life stuff on in your face, in my face now. But I understand the frustration of a mouse running around the house and wanting to get a cat to destroy it. But, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up our 5 gruesome twosome animal predators. When I mean animal predator, I mean to kill, as in think of the film, not any other type of predator. Think of the film,
Yeah.
the predator tries to kill people, okay? And you know, that wraps up our first 5. You know, we're going to come back with an episode 2, but it's just crazy how as kids, we were entertained by other characters torturing and wanting to kill other characters. That's what our parents said, sit down and watch while we prepared
Watch
dinner.
the violence of the cat.
Watch the
Yeah.
violence of other things trying to kill other things for either their entertainment, for accomplishment, or they're just
Satisfy their hunger.
psychos. Because it's not for satisfy their bloodlust, demonistic hunger. Because as we know, every one of these 5 characters could have went to the shop, could have found another ant, another
Yeah.
mouse, another
One had
roadrunner,
birdseed. Yeah.
eating the birdseed, but they wanted that particular person. So imagine someone's after just you for 40 years, just you.
These characters were trolled. They were trolled back in the
literally.
1940s.
No social media, nothing. Literally, this guy's at your door with an Acme bomb. This guy is going, "Hey, come here," after you smoke together. This guy lives in the same house as you. You're in your cage, but he wants to claw you, and comes back from Mexico and still wants to claw you. These guys are crazy, and that's why there are top 5 gruesome twosomes. Thank you for listening, guys. I'm Mr. Lucas,
I'm Chris.
And I'm Stacks.
and it's always a pleasure talking with you 3.
Indeed.
3? I'm looking at myself.
Just,
that's why.
Just our 3 listeners.
Yeah.
Got you 3 out there. It's
Yeah.
a pleasure to
But
listen
I
to
was talking to you 2, but I saw myself, so I said 3. It's always a pleasure talking to you 2. But you guys out there all over the world, thanks for supporting us. Thank you for your lovely comments. Thank you for telling your friends and your other friends, because you know, if it's old school, we're on it. Peace.
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 Those were the days I remember.